Let's make a little thing go. I'm live. Hello, everybody. I am alive. Let me see. I'm going to go to Messenger really quick because Mr. Ryan just gave me a thumbs up. Okay, I sent him a link. We'll see if he comes. This is the jet lag edition. Not addicted to it. It's not a good feeling. Of the Philippines. Back live. I'm back. All right. Let's see if Ryan shows up. Let me see if I can actually show you. Hey, Toasty. She's so happy we were back. Okay, we are having trouble streaming your destination. Let me see. Did it end? Am I gone? No, it says live still. Oh, Rumble. Oh, that's something else. I don't know what that is. Oh, maybe that's because I did that. Okay, can we just get out of that thing? I did one live from the Philippines. I don't think it worked. Let's see. We got a little. I tried to pet the kitty, and she ignored me. But look at that face. Maxine. Come on. Say hi. She missed us. She was she had a friend to stay with. My daughter's dog and her are best friends. And then my grandson and granddaughter and my daughter and her husband put up with you, didn't they? They put up with a nasty, stubborn dog. Although they said she listened to them. She doesn't always listen to me. Huh. You're sorry about that. Well, let's see. What are these buttons up here? Okay, don't lean on that. Don't lean on me. Okay, that. You are live. Edit, remove, view on YouTube. What for? Okay. Help me, Mr. Wizard. Okay. I'm going to hit edit just for fun. Waiting for Mr. Ryan to show up. I can start. I don't know if this thing is either even going to do anything. I'm supposed to add somebody if they come, but where are they? Me going back to Messenger Live. He thumbed up. Let me ask Ryan. I'll spell it right, hopefully. Ryan, do you? I spelled that wrong. Now you guys know why I have such a hard time texting. And you guys, why don't you edit it first? It takes me that long to say Ryan. Is that the way to spell it? Ryan, do you edit it first?
Hey.
Ryan, do you see the live? I sent him a link, but who knows?
Hey.
Oh, they're preparing food over there. Got my in-laws back from the Philippines.
Besides jet
lag.
Can you hear me?
Besides jet lag, I got, let me see. Oh, look at there. Oh, there's my man. Oh, you're here. Uh-oh, I don't hear you. Wait a minute. Sorry. Achilles, what did I do wrong?
Okay, I don't know. You can.
Oh, there's Ryan.
Hey.
Help is here. Okay, let me get rid of that.
Can you hear us?
Get rid of that. I don't know what
Yeah.
Not you.
Okay.
Not
you guys
you,
hear
Ryan.
me?
We hear
Ryan?
you.
I hear you, Dan.
Okay, I don't hear you.
Yeah, you don't hear us.
And it doesn't look like you're muted. And Achilles, I'm not hearing you. I saw you were talking.
Yeah. 1 2.
Can you? Oh, hi, gangster.
Hey.
Do you, Achilles, you want to type me something in this? Is it my fault I can't hear you? Gangster, do you hear me? Ryan said he hears me. Maybe. So I'm looking at things. The mute doesn't say the mute and that stop camera's me. Oh, Philip. No. Wait a minute. He just did something. Did that work? No, I was okay. Oh, I heard something. Ryan?
I hear you loud and clear, Dan.
Now I hear you. Achilles?
I hear you, but I hear an echo.
Oh.
I don't hear Nico.
Maybe let me look, make sure I don't have something else open. That is not. See, and I am so easily amused, and because I'm seeing you guys finally, and I'm seeing, your Ryan's mouth moving, and I can see your little icon-y thing, Achilles moving, saying and it's like I'm touching buttons, and then Philip reaches over in his jet lag state, hit something.
Okay, so wait. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
I'm
clearly?
hearing you fine. I guess I had the volume turned down on the laptop. So my tech guy, which still amused me that the things that were said, that I was intelligent enough to do things.
On to the rescue.
Yep.
So
do you want to tell them how good of a time you had in the Philippines loudly?
Ryan, check the chat. Let me write something to you.
Okay, Bug.
Son.
Thumbs up for the Philippines trip.
Yep.
And we will hopefully be posting, I'll be posting some of those on Facebook. Ryan, is there any, let me see, how do I copied a picture just to test it, and I sent it, to the messenger. And did you see that picture? It was a youth group picture at the beach. How would I copy that and put it on? Because I touch these little screens down here and they don't do anything.
I don't know. I need to fly out to California, Dan, and see if I can help you with it.
Oh, well.
So do you want me to share the link out?
Oh, yes, please.
Let's see.
So
let's go fishing. And see what the sea brings.
Very cool. Because here's a good one for everybody. So I left the Philippines, Manila, Philippines, Saturday morning at about 7 o'clock, and I got to San Francisco, California at 6:40. And let me add, Manila was 7 o'clock a.m. that I left, and I got to San Francisco an hour earlier than I left, because I got to San Francisco at 6:40 a.m. on Saturday morning. So, that mixes me up a lot more than normal.
Yeah, I don't even try.
Yeah.
Because you're right now at exactly the other side. So I don't know if it's -12 or if it's like +12, and it's so confusing.
It is, and that's 15, so it's worse. So East Coast, I figured out finally. I was on Ryan's show. I found out that the East Coast of the United States and the Philippines are exactly 12 hours different. So that made it easy.
12 hours from where?
From Philippines to East Coast, USA.
12 hours from East Coast.
Correct. To Philippines. And Philippines is all the same time zone. It's a long, narrow strip.
Yeah. Okay. So 12 hours behind the East Coast.
Achilles, 12 hours from one another.
Yeah. 12 hours behind the East Coast.
But time is...
Or ahead. You see how confusing it can get?
Oh, no, totally. And we're 15 hours here. So I got to, minus or plus the 12. And then add or subtract 3.
Minus or plus?
Whatever. Because I'm over there. Now I'm totally confused because I finally got it here from California to there.
I think it's plus. So like it was Wednesday. Yeah. It was Tuesday night here, and it was Wednesday morning there.
Correct.
Where's the?
You have that little thingy.
So he's in between.
Yeah.
Correct. So, like right now, it is 5 o'clock-ish here in West Coast.
Yeah, 5:50. It's 6:50.
So it's 5 o'clock p.m. So it's 5 a.m., 6, 7, 8 a.m. in the Philippines, I think.
Yeah, it's actually 6:15 where you are, Dan.
Oh, okay. What time is it?
Because it's
Ryan?
9:15 on the East Coast.
Then it's 9:15 in the Philippines. AM though.
Right, AM. Yeah.
Okay.
Wonder
4
if
here.
that'll be easier if I figure out what the East. No, we won't go there. So anyway, we just had a really blessed time. So Achilles,
Yep.
last time I did it on the phone, but I don't think I have it on the phone. I have it on this laptop. I have a picture in Messenger face. He doesn't have it, so he doesn't even know it. Ryan, did you try? Do you know how to copy? And no, you don't. You said you don't.
What do you need to do, Dan?
Well, that picture that's on Messenger. Did you see it? That was the youth event.
Yes. Hold on. This is I do it this way. This is the way I do it.
Okay, I know what's coming, but it worked last time from the Philippines.
That's
There
how I
we
do it.
go. There we go. So there's the youth
It's the
pastor.
low-tech way, I guess, but it works.
It works, and we just had a blessed time. That was the last. Well, I only was there one Sunday this time, so that was whatever day that was. That was a Sunday, Monday. That was Monday. So they had a kind of an overnighty one. They had a youth thing on Saturday night. They, sang praises. They got to hear from a round-eyed guy,
Awesome.
encouraging them, and so that was fun. And then the next day, we got to go to the beach. Since I think that was senior high, but they let my son and his friend come, who are in 6th grade, junior hires, and they had a blast. Because Philip got to swim in the ocean, and which is really what he wanted to do. But that was that. So anyway, that was a blast. Then did a let's see, got there. We joined in with another church, and the church, my wife's hometown church, joined in with another pastor. It's about a half an hour away, who has 3 little churches. And as I said, church one probably might only have like Bible studies, house Bible studies. And, but so that was really awesome seeing somebody else. The people there are great. Speak English somewhat.
That is awesome.
Special treat because my wife got her folks of their visas to come. They almost didn't get to make it on the plane because Philippine government is just as good as any other government, I guess, because you're supposed to have a orientation before you go by their state somebody. And so they didn't do that because my wife, there we are.
That's why it's confusing to me, because it's like
There you go.
the other side, and instead of going like -10 for you, I now have to go +8. But you're like -5 from where you were, and it is confusing. But I quit. I don't even try. It's all right.
You know what?
We're on the same planet. That's what matters. You're not on Mars. So
well, especially since I lose a day when I go there. We left on a Tuesday, and we got there on a Thursday.
Yes.
Yeah, so we left on Tuesday, California, and we got
It's already Wednesday there.
Philippines Thursday.
you should go from the other side. You would win a day. Man.
Well, I do that coming back. So if I went both times. Okay, so I'm gonna give where do you get this one?
Oh.
We'll have a tutoring. My in-laws, they're gonna have some dinner. They've already cooked the delicious Philippine food. I don't know if you guys noticed, but people I know said I look skinnier, and I said I don't know how, because I didn't do anything but eat when I was over there.
You ate better food. So your in-laws came back to California with you, right?
Yes.
Wow, and this is their first time in the States, right?
First time out of Philippines.
Out of the Philippines. Wow. Is it a culture shock for them?
The what?
Is it a culture shock?
Is it culture shock yet?
I don't. Oh, they are? No.
No, not yet, because they got their daughter. So it's unlike Gemma, who, when she
Yeah.
first came, um, I took her to a Gideon's group that I was in, and the ladies, they give Bibles to like hospitals, medical type places, where the men give it to schools and places like that. And so they took her to a taco place, a well-known one, not like Taco Bell, but a sit-down, well-known taco place here. And she couldn't wait to get back home and cook some rice and whatever else she ate. It took her about 6 months to appreciate anything else besides rice and either fish, fried chicken, boiled chicken, soups. So it was fun. It was fun.
That is awesome.
What else? Yeah, I told him I let him taste some wines because, of course, Philippines. Wine doesn't taste good to me anyway. Not any alcohol doesn't taste good to me. But you know, when you can even have a worse wine than a normal wine, you know it's kind of bad.
Yeah.
I don't know what they use, and I was good this time. And I think that's why I did better because, you know, they give you the little thing of wine on the plane. It's like, oh, that's good for my blood. So I'd have that at breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever. And last time I really got jet lag bad. So it's like, well, now it's just going to be water this time. And I did do some coffee. I think it was coffee. Sounded like coffee. It kind of tasted like coffee or a tea. And so I'm doing good now, I hope, because tomorrow I got to get up at 3 a.m. I got to hook my trailer up for at 3:30 tomorrow. And that was kind of what I'm going to go with today is in San Francisco, a lot of cities, you know, they have the restaurant. It's for a creation design. And so they have a lot of eating outdoor areas in like a parking space now. I don't know if they do in your area, but because of COVID, they allowed them to have little tables out on the street. Well, San Francisco, they let them actually build some little thingies. And my tractor trailer is 16 feet wide and about 6 feet in between. 16 feet long by about 6 feet. Perfect for this little outdoor eating area my contractor buddy contracted to do for a restaurant down in the city in San Francisco. And so he built it on my trailer. So then I'll drive it down for him. And we did one already. The guy got permitted for 2 of these things. You know, go figure though. No COVID anymore. And there's no parking in San Francisco anyway. So let's plug it up with, now we're going to take probably, because it's 32 feet, because it's 2 of these 16 footers. But as a design, my trailer tech is actually 15 feet and about 10 inches. So there's a toolbox up front. So my buddy had to design it above the toolbox level. And in the back, it has the ramps for the tractor there's 2 ramps that go up and hook. Too wide to actually hook it, but, you know, tying it up, whatever. But he built it right on there. And so he had to pre-think it, pre-talk to the customer, figure out what he wanted. My friend gave the details that he thought, and gorgeous thing. The floor is plywood, but then he overlay it with copper sheeting. And then the tables are made out of plywood, I believe, on 4x4 posts up, and a copper covered top on them. Just awesome looking display. But I know I wouldn't be able to afford something like that, but I'm not getting like $6 for a coffee and $12 for this little Italian sandwichy thing, which is very good. And I'm getting to the point in life, even though I'm a Californian Italian descent, that a little less food is better.
Oh yeah.
Don't give me that. I'm still that was just to convince myself.
I'm trying to eat less myself. It's hard though because I eat out pretty regular with friends and whatnot, and it's hard to get the portions small enough to where, I mean, I've got a gut that I've been trying to work on, and it's hard. Once you get it, it's hard to lose it.
Oh, it is. Yeah. As much as I work, and I still.
Mm-hmm. But tonight I had a sandwich and a salad for dinner, so I think I was pretty proud of myself for that.
Yeah, I didn't even weigh myself because when I left, one of my used to be a youth kid, and he married a girl in Mexico, and he's down there now. But he's a baker, and he cooks sourdough French bread. So unfortunately, he was up here for a conference in our area, our church, a men's conference, and he sold me some sourdough. We got 2 loaves. It was the best sourdough. If you like sourdough, it really that's it. Ferment and raise.
I've got a scale in my bathroom, but I'm afraid to stand on it until I feel like I've actually lost some actual weight. I'm just afraid to stand.
Yeah. No, I think manna, because it was supposed to be so healthy for you, was partly sourdough French bread.
Okay.
That's my opinion, but and my dream bread. But anyway, so we get back to the parklet, people. I don't know how I got off of that. And then so he took weeks just designing this thing because we're San Francisco streets. We have to get there early enough on a day that a street sweeper's not going. We got to get the street cleared about 4 parking spots. So I got to put my trailer in there, truck and trailer, back up, and then we slide it off. And so, there's people that live on the streets, not on the streets though. They do that too in San Francisco, but they park on the streets because they're living in these communities. It's a mixed business residential. A lot of people are sleeping on the top floors of the businesses. So even that had to be designed properly. We had to get the owner of the restaurant because they deliver too, put your delivery trucks, make sure we got that parking spots that when we get there at probably around 5 o'clock, last time we did it, you had to rouse some people. And because we had 3 trucks, my trailer, and a little car. So only one ticket, the little car, kid in the car, didn't really look, I guess. And so right after was a meter maid, and that was a $90 oops for parking in the wrong spot. And so we get back to the parklet, and then it has to have a roof on it. It has 4-foot walls. It has to be strong enough to survive just out, and then water sealed, painted right. It has to be held together because it's built on a trailer about an hour and a half away from where we dump it. So then that has to be all designed and engineered in the best we can. Got it there in one piece. That was kind of cool last time. This is the first one. So I'm actually now praying more on this one because then you get too confident. I only went about 55 miles an hour. Didn't want anything flying off. It has a fiberglass roof on it. So that we don't put on until on site because there's really no way he was thinking he was going to get a structure with about 8 foot, I believe. About 8 feet. No, he put it the other way. That's what was happening. So 12-foot roof on it, pieces. 16. I already told you 16. 16 feet of roofing. And so all that good stuff. He had to engineer and design that thing. And so it's a stupid little parklet on a trailer that we dumped it off of a trailer, and everybody can see, yeah, what could go wrong carrying a 16-foot by 6-foot, 3-side paneled, because the front's or one side's open so people can go in and out, and get that sucker strong enough, not too bulky, and it takes a lot of design engineering, and then the right way. We got down there the first time, it's like, okay, are we gonna get this off of my trailer, because all that weight's sitting down on the trailer. Figured out just sliding boards on it and just man-powered it down nice and easy. Put kind of like skids on the bottom of it, 3 of them, so that it would slide on it. This time he actually, instead of 2x6s, he went by 2x12s, because we did have a little problem of it sliding off. Goodbye, Achilles. So he's hopefully going to sleep. But as you can see, the what intelligent design needed to happen, and that's really a simple little structure. And to think, the magnificence of the universe, and compared to down to the as far as we can see in our modern age, it is what we heard before, easier to believe in a designer creator. It takes too much faith for me to believe in. No, I won't say random, because even though that was an atheistic, humanistic worldview on how things came into existence, I won't even say random this time, but just chance. I'll say it because they said it. Random, chance, unguided, and processes over deep time. And, and then they go, well, it's biological. Well, it's not biological, actually, because we started supposedly by chance chemicals. Well, chemicals. By chance having all the things together right to come together. After the chance expanding of the universe, where all the material popped into existence.
Dan, I had one of them tell me in a Facebook post exchange, I said, it's scientifically impossible for life to arise from non-living matter. And one of them responded with, it's obviously not, because it happened.
My hero, James Tour, who believes that, was guided by God. Dr. James Tour, who has created all that little micro stuff with chemicals, showed how impossible it would be, or improbable. Scientific term is improbable, because the chance of that happening, that all those chemicals, and as a scientist, he can say never, but we can say never, because we know, and they said God of the gaps. No, we know what life is. Well, we don't know the definition, of course, because scientists, they don't want to be too precise, because things are changing. And we know that science is just knowledge, gaining knowledge. It is no absolute truth, because they'll tell you that. Right. So they're kind of wasting our time. Oh, well, it happened by a great expansion. Is that absolutely true? Well, we don't know, but that's the best explanation.
Best explanation that we can come up with. Yeah.
No, it's not. Well,
no, that's what they say.
No, exactly. That's what I'm answering. No, it's not the best explanation. And we know it because Richard Dawkins in the day said the reason he would the reason he believed in the blind watchmaker was because that was an easier solution to what evidence we had than a God that you'd have to figure out who created the God. God is too complex. When we actually look at it, somebody missed me. Huh, Toasty. She never used to just jump up so much.
I
You're down there.
went saw Lucky today and got to visit with Lucky for a little bit.
It's so special. Even my wife missed, and my wife loves Maxine and the cat.
Wink, wink.
No joking. No, I always joke, but that's my joke. And, it's like, no, she loves her. In the Philippines, they don't have house animals. When I left the Maxine at my daughter's house, and they have a dog that's like her best buddy, and then my grandson and granddaughter there just love her, and but when we picked her up, so we got I think it's an 8-seater car, 8-seater car, and so we had 2, and 2 in the middle.
It's 7.
Well, we had 7, but it can fit 8.
You say, Dan, you say they don't have indoor pets in the Philippines? They don't really?
Well, they're starting to, but no.
My mom has said it's so weird to have dogs in the house. When I was young, where I grew up, nobody had a dog in the house. And I said, Mom, you grew up in Miami. You can keep a dog outside year round in Miami, but try going up north and doing that. You'll kill it.
No, they still did. I mean, maybe in Alaska where they actually were inside of the structure. But even here growing up, my dogs never came in. We get down to rarely, but average we can get down to 20 Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. 25, but it stretches down even to 18 degrees, which is no big deal to you guys up in north, but I freeze my little tootsies off.
I'm not up north. I'm in Georgia, remember?
I know you are. You're a mild guy.
Yeah.
And but you still look at that, and it was unheard of having dogs in the house.
Right.
And same thing in Philippines right now. They're for guard dogs.
Mm-hmm.
You don't mess with them. First time I went there, my father-in-law, the brother, and then Gemma came up to him, and they had their dog there. And I came up, and of course, American guy, I put my hand backwards like you're supposed to. Let it, and they freaked out. It's like, don't touch the dog. Not that they're trained, but they're just no. They're familiar. Their pack is the family, and so anybody else coming into there is on the target list. So. But now, hello, Mr. Andrew. Do you guys just pop in at will, or do I have to add to stage?
Andrew would have seen it in the chat, right? You would have seen it in the chat.
Are
you wearing your robe, Andrew?
I am not.
Oh, that's your Kroger shirt, right?
It is.
Okay.
I haven't changed into it yet.
Well, while you say hi, I forgot because I have the technology to look at the comments in the live, if anybody's there. And there's it right there. Wait a minute. Help. Andrew, how's your day going?
It's going well. Had a little barbecue today. I made some lemon pepper chicken and Mom's baked beans. So it was very productive.
Well, I'm gonna get onto here, but if you hear an echo, oh, look at that. How do I mute that? Okay. There we go. I got onto just the normal YouTube, so I can see the comments here. I muted it. Oh, my mouth's different. Okay. Don't look at my own picture because that's kooky. If somebody, hi, Stephanie. Oh, she went night-night already? Are you still there? Wait a minute. Oh, that's the wrong one. Okay. If anybody asked any questions, I am in the public chat on YouTube. I can see Achilles saying demons have powers. They play with the eyes. And no, I was saying night to Achilles. Oh, did he go bye-bye? I didn't read everything. No, let's help that boy. Yep. Okay, that's it. Achilles, we must print a Don San T-shirt. Yeah, the tech guy. That would and he's too shy, but I do want to get some technical stuff from Missing Mod. Eat some vitamin C so you can get ahead of that cold. Talking to me, well, not much. I've been doing the vitamins, but I'm hoping it's just a little dust. I was cleaning out a dusty attic yesterday, so
Right.
that was
That's
that.
a way to get sick.
Yeah. So, where are we? Oh, there is Phantom X. Oh, how do I do that? Let's see. I don't want to do that one. That's too. Go to channel, report, remove, push. Oh, put user in timeout. I don't want that.
Missing Mod, I prefer the emergency they call it. Gummies. You can get it in gummies. It's called, I've got some right now. It's called Emergency, I believe. Here, let me just go in there. Hold on.
How do I share their statements on here?
Ryan, have you ever heard of Airborne?
Yes, I've taken it before too. That's a good thing.
I have that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. But this is what I have. I need to buy some more, but for next time I get sick. But this stuff right here is what I was talking about.
That's a cartoon character. Are you showing us?
Can you read the bottle? Emergency.
Ah, well, that's cool.
Yeah. Now this is a cartoon character. That's actually a statue of a mailman that has double meaning for me.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's your.
It's I'm a mailman. Yeah, I'm a man.
Jesus.
Yes, that it looks like the person that God used to get to me. To give me my come to Jesus moment. It looks like him. It looks just like him. That's so weird.
Oh, I didn't. Thank you, Phantom. My tech guy's not good at StreamYard yet.
Oh, okay. Hey, Mod, how are you?
Let's see. Did she answer?
Yeah, well, she was in the chat.
I don't know. Okay, good, Andrew. I had a little thing that said remove over your face, and it's like, oh man, I hope I don't touch something wrong. So I got rid of that. I don't even know how it came there.
Yeah, don't remove me.
Oh well, you know how to come back. You know, I did that with Mark. He came on, I think when I was in the Philippines, and so I saw him, and I like, oh,
Kick me out.
well, I did. I added him, and it didn't do anything, so I hit it again, and I think I did it multiple times. So he goes, somebody kicked me out. It's like, I did it. I'm sorry. I really didn't. That wasn't even a fun. That wasn't even a fun joke because I think that's the first person I've kicked out of a show, and it wasn't even a funny joke. It was like, you idiot. Okay.
This is awkward.
Yeah. Now, whoever he is, sorry, Claude. How can I forget Claude? Now he'll come on because anytime I say how foolish or we are idiots in God's sight, he chips in and with agreement. That's the only time he agrees with me.
Look at a cat.
Yeah, that's Toasty. We adopted her. I found her in a garbage can at a restaurant. I was at, and so yeah, I was laid later at night, and so I hear this noise. I look over, and she like jumps out. She was just this little thing. Then I found her. She got into a storage area that had just a little crack under the door. Luckily, it was open. So I brought a little live trap. Dan Son and I rigged up a trap in front of the door, like a squirrel trap. And then he went, and then we made a line of stuff because I knew where she would go. First, she just went up on all these shelves and the storage room of this restaurant. And then I had Philip climbing them and trying to get her out. And then she just took off running. And she wasn't happy that day, but she's happy now. Yeah. So her and Maxine are best friends. So she missed her while we were at the Philippines. So just again, the glory of God. And then even that stupid thing, I designed a way to get a wild kitten into a trap. It was like a cartoon thing because I just see her running across the floor. I had pots or boxes or something lined up, so she had to go into the trap. She could have gone over, but the director to the trap, she goes running on this land around the corner, a little corner where the trap was because it was on an angle, and then she ran all the way to the other side. And it was kind of, if it was a cartoon, it'd be funny because she ran to it would have been like, she cried the whole way home, huh, Bug? Toasty. Remember when we trapped her?
When?
The only time we got her. He's on his video stuff. So
when we got her.
When we got her in that trap.
Yeah, because she was at our job place.
Yes, she was at the
look at her.
It was a busy street, and
Oh, hey, kitty. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Andrew, I went by and saw Lucky today and visited with her for a little bit.
I saw the video you posted.
Yeah, yes.
She misses you.
Oh, I miss her every time. I go there at least once a week after I'm away home from church. Because I'm away home from church, I go by my brother's house, and I just I have to stop and see her. See the other two dogs also, but Lucky's the special one.
oh, look at that! Thank you, Phantom. I got missed. I was off track, so he told me I had to go back to StreamYard because I was on the normal YouTube trying to look at these. I don't know.
Thank you, Maud. Which show? I'm sorry, Dan. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I was just reading what Missing Maud said. Which particular show do you mean? You talking about the one I did last week? The one that had Dan on it from the Philippines? Because it was really cool having Dan in the Philippines on my show. I thought that was awesome.
No, Phantom X11. No, you got my gold star for being able to put up comments. So, no, I don't think I might have timed out one person before. I don't think so though. And it would have been a joke because the only time I'll time you out or like say go goodbye, is if any cussing, and I haven't seen any anyway. So, that is a good thing because I do try to make this that a young kid can
thank you, Maud. Thank you.
Can go to, because in our society, and of course they know more language than we do. I mean, when I was 10, I knew all the words, but it's kind of a safe space here, which is actually was the theme of the Philippine youth gathering. Philip, was it safe space or remember? What was the title of?
Sorry, Dan. I got my little ukulele.
No, I'm. That was thumbs up. Was for you.
I still haven't really done much learning on how to play it yet. I just haven't had a chance. But I promised myself that if I bought it, I would learn. I wouldn't just set it down and make it look pretty and forget about it. Or just if you get one, you're learning how to play it.
Well, hopefully, because I played trombone growing up, and then I got into our little church orchestra because it was the only place somebody that sucked at an instrument still could play, because it's like it was in worship and they appreciated that, and I got pretty good. Again, better than I was actually when I was playing in high school and college, but which isn't that good anyway. But you look at that, and yeah, I took my trombone out for walks. I'll practice then, keep the lips tight and the embouchure correct. You need to have a tight lip, for the vibrating. And what, I would, but I didn't. Had a lady at church. She was her family is professional on one of the stringed instruments, but it's one of the not off. I mean, it's one of the off ones. Not like violin or guitar. And they do a family meeting, and she said,
I have a request. Oh, sorry. I have a request from Phantom X11. Here it is. I just happen to have a ukulele store not even 10 minutes away from me. And so I went there and bought it. It's called Uke Republic. His name is, so they ship everywhere. They ship all over the country and all over the world. But they didn't have to ship to me. All I had to do is just drive over there. So here it is, Phantom.
oh, look at that. Did you have my permission to answer him on my show?
I'm sorry, Dan. I'm sorry.
Of course you have permission all the time.
Somebody asked me a question.
No,
Yes.
that's good. I was joking because mine didn't move, and I think, why weren't they moving? Because I thought they usually moved. Yeah,
It's made by Kala.
Missing Mod said I wasn't listening to Phantom, and let's see. Let's see. Let me get some more of these up here. Saying good things about your show the other day. Who are you talking to, Missing Mod? So anyway, no,
I just wanted to tell one more thing to Phantom about it. My ukulele was actually made by a company very close to where.
Oh, isn't that crazy?
Very close to where Dan lives. Yeah, Petaluna. Am I saying it right?
There's loony people, but they're more
Petaluma,
California.
Yeah,
it was the
my
egg capital. Now it's Yuppie.
Company's called Kala, Kala, and I think they're the largest manufacturer of ukuleles that there is. And some people don't like them because it's kind of like, sort of like when Ford came out with a Model T, and started mass producing cars when they used to just be playthings for the rich, I think some people look at Kala as like the Model T of ukuleles. But either way, I like it.
That is a cool little instrument.
Mm-hmm.
It takes more than one note on any of those type of instruments.
Yeah.
I think I've said before, the trombone is, you got to play it by ear, but it's one note, one position. If somebody's smart, they can do in a different octavey things and learn the minor, major and minor scales and do more improvising that way. I could do it a little bit, but not that much. You guys can kind of imagine. So I showed that comment, even though you did it a long time ago. Oh, good. I think, are we done with comments? And that's that. And so is that all the comments? So anyway, again, the it's actually a scientific study itself is and not a scientific, but it's a, thank you, I've already done it, messed up. The study of how things work. Here's a good question. Is that big enough? Ryan, you did say the ukuleles, the banjo came from Hawaii, right?
Yeah, the ukulele, I think I read about it. It was invented in Portugal, but it came to Hawaii and became very popular in Hawaii. If I remember correctly, I did study up on them. They weren't actually invented there, but they became very popular there.
And didn't you say the creator of the yours in Petaluma
Yeah.
Started because he wanted to make good quality but less expensive? Or
Yes. He started the company in, I think, either the 80s or the 90s, right around. He wanted to be able to manufacture ukuleles that were good quality but yet affordable, and so that's the one I have. It's only, well, I paid $100, but it included a tuner and a strap and a bag, so it's sort of like a beginner's kit. So they sold me a beginner's kit and it was right at $100.
Yeah, I was looking for a new trombone, or a different trombone. My slide was kind of sticky. Brought it in and it didn't really help it. And I was looking at, man, a few $100, and that's a Chinese piece of garbage. And so I was like, I'll just stick with mine. Can't help me anyway sound any better having a new one. And but music again, and as we talk, and people go, oh, you think everything's designed? Well, there is design in everything, whether it's a complex design that is improbable, or we would say impossible to have just popped into existence by chance. You look at music, just the sound waves, another aspect of creation that all in itself, if God just created sound and our ears, would be an amazing, awesome thing. But again, the symbiotic relationships that intertwine everything. I think I said that wrong again. Yeah, I did. Thank you. And see, I do learn, because I said that before about something, and I don't know. I think it was Big Bad Mama, but I don't know who it was. No, that's not a definition. I did find some stuff in the Philippines. I don't know if I got pictures and videos of them, of symbiotic relationships and the things living off of others. Got a chance when we were at the beach with the youth time to go swimming with Philip in the surf, and got to see a little bit of coral reefs close enough. They're kind of sandy, but they were gorgeous. And what fish did you see, Bug? Can you talk loudly?
Like a pufferfish.
Pufferfish.
Octopus and sea anemones.
And a bunch of little, like a school of these little teeny things. They look like, oh gosh, they're a common freshwater, kind of glow sometimes. They glow with chemicals sometimes, but naturally they have a little transparency and glow. Is that the guppies? They're freshwater. These are saltwater fish, and you could see them. There was about a handful like this. They were just about this big, but you could see them as you put your hand near them. Of course, they were like spreading away. They were morphing to get away from the hand coming at them. And it's just like, wow, I could have sat down there and drowned just watching, because we were just holding our breath with goggles. And just to see the beauty of that dancing school of fish, all in harmony. And again, another complex design inside of a little creature. It's like, oh, over millions of years, they got eaten. So some of them developed a way to stick together and as a school and learn. And in school, they learned how to avoid predators by dancing around a lot. And so it is the ridicule from your opponent that really shows you're getting on target, because they will ridicule us that, oh, God did this, or God of the gaps. And theirs is full of gaps. And then they go, well, you're cutting us down, you're attacking. But what about hiding that? Hey, look at that. I'm a professional. And what about the God of the gaps? And we'd have to say, it's like, no, we know what's inside that little fish brain. We can't decipher it, but we know that the instincts put on there are more complex than this computer. and because I think it might be an Apple, so you know that fish is a lot more complex than an Apple computer. No, I don't care. I'm on an HP. I think, as you can tell, I just want to hit a button and have it work, or have it an IT guy next to me that he can turn on my volume so I can hear you guys. So I'm not just talking at myself. Ryan, any questions on Philippines or?
Not really. I'm actually, it's getting towards my bedtime because here it's 10 o'clock. It just turned 10 o'clock here where I am. And I do have work in the morning, and my route has been adjusted, and I'll be carrying it in its new form for the first time tomorrow.
A new what?
They made some changes to my route, and I'll be carrying it tomorrow for the first time with the new changes. So,
okay, so carrying means whether truck or walking or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the van all day except when I have to get out to go to a door.
Okay, so you're using that technical jargon like.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I know. I don't mean to. I shouldn't be using postalese to a non-postal person.
Exactly.
And
You sinner. But the Christianese. Yeah, that's
And we're all guilty of using Christianese to non-believers, and we need to be careful about that.
That's why I think God uses me, because even in the Philippines, the pastor who would translate, because they speak English, but we have a little bit different tones, speed of language,
Right.
all that good stuff. And I think I told you last week that the first man and woman created was Adam and Eve.
Yes, Adam. Yes, I know.
Because they pronounce it dictionary wise, and so that only one D in Adam, so it's Adam.
By the way, have you seen this, Dan?
I have not.
It's really good. I actually ordered it directly from Greg Laurie's ministry, Harvest, and they even gave me a little bonus disc, interviews and things, but that you only get this disc if you order it from Harvest. Like if you ordered it off Amazon, I don't think you wouldn't get this. But I started watching it. I hadn't watched it since I saw it in the movie theater when it came out in the movie theater, and I started watching it before your show came on. I said, all right, Ryan, you got to stop the movie so you can be on Dan's show. And I'm like, okay, but not just kidding. But yeah, I recommend it to you. And like I said, I recommend getting it directly from Harvest. So you'll also get this. And, Greg is out there in California with you, Dan. He's trying to be a light in the Greg Laurie. I mean, yeah, he's out there in California where you are.
You got to really test. You keep him testing though. You got to test that bugger if he's from California or in California.
Oh yeah, he's a Californian through and through. And if you watch the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. So, but I'm going to be heading off to bed here shortly.
Yeah, me actually too. What is it? What time is it?
Here it's a little after 10. So there it's a little after 7.
It's after 7, and I was going to go to bed at 7 so I could get up at 3 or whatever. So perfect timing.
Maybe you should go. Yeah.
Thank you, Mystic Mod, for coming by.
Thank you for the encouraging words, by the way, Mrs. Mod. It's nice to know that people enjoy my program, because I do try to put my heart into it, and my heart and soul. Try to pour my heart and soul into it.
Yeah, last week's I'm not going to look at again though, but your others are really good.
Thank you, Dan.
Last week was kind of it was annoying when it was going, but you had.
There's this guy in the Philippines that kept talking all the whole time. I'm just joking. It was fine because I didn't really have a topic necessarily. So you being there made the show what it was. You made the show.
Well, we will pray about her because you were going to have a victim of.
Yes, she was a victim of human trafficking, and she has not been responsive at all. So this week, I feel led to talk about Calvinism.
I saw that.
Yes, I have a friend, a family, a really wonderful Christian family that lives on my route. I've become friends with. He sent me a link to an article that was pro-Calvinist, and it just led me. I feel led to to tackle that topic next Tuesday. And so,
Well,
right.
and like most things, that's the only thing complicating, like the atheist will say, not they will say, but they say God's complicated, is that he can, he's given us as best he can to a bunch of ignoramus,
And that's what we are.
juvenile. Oh gosh, we're stubborn little,
Mm-hmm.
2-year-olds with our arms. Like, no, I don't want ice cream, and so so I think it's a lot more complex in his word, being able to communicate. I don't know about you, Ryan. I'm sure you'll read something, even as simple as John 3:16. So God loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in Him should not perish but have eternal life.
Right.
And you'll read it in 6 months or hear it, and it's like, oh, you hear something different on the focus. And then same with all the passages.
Mm-hmm.
I muted myself so you guys didn't have to get annoyed with my cough and so no, and so I'm thinking, because you look at people like Apostle Paul, that was total Calvinism. That poor boy was,
Yeah, I think
him, and he had to shake him by the collar.
when Paul talks about predestination, Dan, I think that it's been misinterpreted.
I do too, but I'm saying that sometimes God it's totally obviously God doing the choosing, where others you can see, because like Paul said, to the jailer, when the jailer asked, "What must I do to be saved?" and the jailer's like, "Well, Paul's like, believe on the Lord Jesus Christ, and you shall be saved." So there is, or you look at the Old Testament when God called one of the prophets, I think it was Joshua, and "Here I am, Lord, send me." So the whole intertwining of God's grace and predestination, since He knew what happened before it did, because He is God and outside of time, space, and matter.
Yeah.
So,
but our friend Tim Aaron has got a couple of videos that tackle the subject, and I sent him the article, and he sent me a link to a video. Tim Aaron, his channel is AVBTM, Authorized Version Bible Thumper, and he has years ago, I think back when he was just beginning to do videos, he did a video on the topic, and I think he did a really good job. If you guys want to go look at his channel and look for the video, it's really good.
Oh, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
I just put my little pointer on a thing, little eyeball looking thing. Oh, I don't know what it is. I still need the tutorial from Achilles and Stefan. I want to pray for Achilles, he gets his rest. Love his testimony that he was, doing it my way, doing it his own way for all those years. And now he's like, I got a lot of time to make up. Kind of a reflection, I think, and on my thinking, because it would have been nice to just go sit on a beach in the Philippines. The people love the economics we bring to the Philippines.
Yeah.
To any suppressed area. And
right.
And so, it's such a great thing. This was kind of a mini one because my church is actually going to sponsor one in October that I'm going to lead. And so this was kind of, because I don't know what I'm doing. And they asked, like, okay, the one pastor that's coming, what's your schedule? What are your plans? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just going to go and tell people about Jesus and encourage them that do know Jesus, that have trusted Him, have come to acknowledge that they need to repent of this, of absolute sin, absolute missing the mark, absolute things that are not perfect. that would bring God down if he even not question, even if he focused on it in a way, because we know that imperfection is all the way up to where something is perfect. God is perfect. If he entertained any imperfection, he wouldn't be perfect.
That's right.
Same thing with us. You're either perfect, Ryan, or you're not. And you confessed you weren't perfect, that you needed a savior. You repented from your sin. You're missing the mark. That's why. And I'll go real quick, because one of the most misunderstood things is the thing that God sends you to hell for something, and it's like, no, you don't go to hell because you're imperfect. He's giving you that free gift of salvation if you acknowledge your sin, repent from your sin, and all that thing is like, oh, there's no evidence for God. There's a novel prediction in the Bible that says that those who are comfortable in their sin, those who want to continue in their sin, that have been pointed out just by creation. Creation shows them the majesty and power. I got that backwards or mixed up, but
I was
funny.
I was comfortable in my sin, and I thought that when I was living that life, that I was just simply being true to myself. I was just being who I was supposed to be, and I had to come to the realization that that was a lie that I was believing. It was a lie.
And totally, because we get comfortable in church today. Pastor was doing the Psalms and talking how that we have the the little sins start. Last week was King David, of course, and those were big sins that had to be pointed out, and that God will not take away the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
But he'll take away the joy of the Holy Spirit in you.
Yeah, Nathan kind of rained on David's parade, didn't he?
And God is, God is such a good communicator, and that's why, if you just read the Bible, I've read the Bible before. Yeah, you were in it to, try to either justify your sin. You were looking, but you were just window shopping. You're comfortable in your sin. I know I was. I'm sure you were.
I was.
I knew before, even though I was convincing myself I was this good guy.
Right.
People were telling me, Dan, you're such a good guy. You're such a nice guy. Philippines. Okay, come on back. Oh, that's my contractor friend. You can ask him. And so, I went over today unexpectedly to tie down the load, make sure it was right on the trailer, because I'm going to be loading that little parklet I was talking about earlier. And so you can go back to your movie, and I just want to pray us out. And thank you, Lord.
I'm gonna be going to my pillow here in just a little bit. All right. Good to see you, Dan. Glad you made it home safe.
Let me pray real quick, and then I just thank God so much for the opportunity that He shows. He shows His power and His majesty, His divine nature, just by nature itself. Just nature is evidence.
If an atheist says, "Give me evidence for God," tell him, go out into the woods and look around. There it is. It's right there. Anyway, good night, everybody. Good night, Dan.
Everything else. God bless you, Ryan. God bless your sleep, and then tomorrow. And I just want to thank everybody hanging around. Stephanie, you're in my prayers. Even Mr. Claude, Big Bad Mama, all my friends, Mark, you guys, are part of my life right now. And even though I'm not into the whole herd mentality, it's still, God created us to be loving to each other. Good night, Missing Mont. Actually, that's a good one. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I got two of them. We'll do Phantom 11 first, and then that. God bless all you guys. And I'll schedule a show because I got some really cool videos from the Philippines of the feeding of people, of this youth ministry. That really a lot of needs. So anyway, God bless you guys. And I got to find a little button, end stream. God bless y'all.